Yes, yes, Ross Knowledge back in the building with Sam Fam. Here we go again. Oh no. No changing, no complaining. Stop trying to change people that do not want to change. So, have you ever had it? You definitely always had it. I always start my videos by going, have you ever had it? Where someone you're not happy with and they're not doing, you're in a bit of a rough spot and you're trying to get something and you can't get it because it's just who they are. They're that sort of character. So you're there now venting to all your friends, family about what's occurring, what's the crack with this person, and yeah, it just gets to a point where it just takes over half your life. So I'm gonna give miniature examples, right? So maybe someone is trying to, or someone's doing a really bad healthy habit, and you want to help them. So what you do is you give them a little bit of voice, you say your opinion, and they take it as if they don't like it. So do you know what they're gonna do? They're gonna do double the amount of what they were doing because they have that mindset where they're like, look, I can do what I want, which is fair enough. I rate that. But you're trying to change this person, but you're just wasting your time because it's just too hard. Maybe they're also someone who I gotta be careful. Come on, mate. Let's go! Let's do this! So you're trying to help your friend out where you want to get them in the gym, but they're the sort of person where they like to chill out. They like to sit at home and stay in a nice warm bed. But you're just trying to be a good friend to get, because you know they're going through stuff, so you want to try to get them out of the house. But again, you can't do that because they're not willing to do that. Or maybe they're going out and about, and you see they're doing some really naughty stuff. And again, you want to try and get in their head and be like, look, this isn't right. You need to be doing something like this. But it's not working. So you spend most of your time trying to do it. So this is basically involving relationships, maybe a career, finance. So you just got to, at the end of the day, accept you can't change this scenario. So the more you're there complaining about it, the more time you're just wasting because you can't change their persona. So what you got to do is you slowly got to start working your way out the door. Or maybe this person, you do have a bit in common with them, so you want to try and keep that connection. But unfortunately, you can't get out in that environment where they are most of the time. So by distancing yourself slightly and just trying to keep it as normal as possible, but by limiting that contact, you're then allowing yourself to be in a better position because you're not trying to waste your energy and time on this person. It's just not worth all the stress. I'm sorry, this video I'm gonna have to try and lock in on my notes because I'm still trying to get back into my rhythm. I hate the fact I've got to look at these notes because I know I can do it without looking at it. Do you know what I mean? So I had it, yeah, where I was having a rough time and I needed I needed a change. I needed a big change, right? So I ended up being like, do you know what? I've had enough. I'm gone. So I've started cutting people off, cutting certain circumstances out of my life, and I thought I need to move on. So I took myself from this environment and moved to that environment. It was very hard when I moved to that environment. So over a period of time, it started getting easier. As we all know, this is all just, I'm trying to make it sound like, oh God, mate, I'm fucked right now. So basically, I'm trying to change the people I'm around. So I've decided to join a new gym. I've started new hobbies, and I've gone to a different career path. So I've changed all these three things. It's hard at first, but I've done it for a reason because I've got fed up with all these people. So now I'm going out, trying to build these new connections, and now I'm reaching a point now where I've finally found some decent people that are fulfilling what I was trying to look for initially. But that period of time was just so hard, and I was just complaining all the time. And I thought, look, I need to, like I said, I've made this change. And now I'm starting to see the light a little bit more because I've found these connections because I was in a dark place and I didn't have anyone. So yeah, just go out, find fresh man. If you're getting fed up with these people, go do. You need to just find a new place to be in. So like I said, the gym, or for me, a big hobby was squash. So I've now met more people that I'm doing a thing I love doing, and I've found more suitable people that are in line with my values and they're on a similar wavelength to what I was, comparing to what these other people were like originally, which is who I was getting fed up with. And you just got to realize at the end of the day, look, everyone's perception on life is completely different, and that's okay. You don't have to go out your way to try and change their views on stuff. And I'll talk about a bit more on that on the next video. So make sure you get there because this one, I feel like I was struggling a bit, but I'm getting back into it slowly. So when we come back round to next week, be there or be square. So just accept, like, look, these people can't change. I had a big time where I was in a position where I was alongside someone and they absolutely stunk, and I was going to be in that position for quite a while. So I thought, look, I'm gonna tell this person, look, you smell like poo. So sort it out. So the next day he came in and he sorted it out. But over time it just slowly drifted back down to the original smell. And I was like, look, I'm not gonna go out there and tell him again because you're just not willing to change to suit my standards. Yeah, that's his standards, but my standards, I didn't like it. So again, distance, move on, get that fresh mandem involved in your life.